Stop scrolling. Yes, you. Because if you're honest with yourself, you probably leaked away thousands of dollars in the last year without even realizing it. And the truth is, it wasn't rent. It wasn't groceries. It wasn't even that vacation that you took. It was something far more subtle, far more dangerous: emotional spending. Now, if you're a single woman over 30, just like many of the women that I work with, you already carry the weight of expectations. Advancing in your career, maybe supporting a family member, maybe thinking about building wealth or buying property. And yet, despite earning good money, there's that sinking feeling. Why do I never have enough left over? Today, I'm going to tell you the truth about emotional spending. I'll share not just the obvious tips you've heard 1,000 times, but the hidden, overlooked strategies, the best kept secrets that have helped me and my clients plug their money leaks, sometimes allowing us to save thousands of dollars a year. And at the end, I'll invite you into something that can change the trajectory of your financial life. Your own personalized financial roadmap. Because let's be honest, if you keep going the way you're going, a year from now, you'll still be stuck in the same cycle of spending, guilt, and starting over. But if you take action now, you'll finally see your money working for you. So let's dig in. Here's the thing about emotional spending. It's sneaky. It's not like rent or groceries where you see the bill and know exactly what you're paying for. Emotional spending hides in plain sight. It's the late night Amazon order after a stressful workday. It's the $75 dinner when you're lonely on a Friday night. It's the subscription you don't even use but can't bring yourself to cancel because it feels like you've given up on a lifestyle. Now let's talk numbers for a second. Most people underestimate how much emotional spending costs them. Let's say you're emotionally spending just $200 a month. Clothes you didn't need, extra takeout, impulse buys. That's $2,400 a year. Over 10 years, that's $24,000. But if you had invested that same money in an S&P 500 index fund with average growth, it could have grown into a $38,000 or more. That's the cost of emotional spending. Your future wealth disappearing one small purchase at a time. And the danger isn't just financial. It's emotional too, because every time you buy something out of stress or loneliness, you get that quick dopamine hit. But then what happens? You feel guilty. You regret it. You hide the package. You check your bank balance and think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get this right? And here's the cycle. Guilt leads to shame. Shame leads to stress. Stress leads to more emotional spending. It's a loop. And unless you intentionally break it, it will eat away at your financial security year after year. Let me put it bluntly. Emotional spending is one of the biggest wealth leaks for single women over 30 in North America. Not because you don't make enough money, but because you've been conditioned by marketing, by culture, by convenience, to use money as a band-aid for emotion. And that's exactly what keeps you stuck. This isn't just about money, it's about power. If you're not in control of your money, someone else is. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather my future self be in control than the marketing team at Sephora or DoorDash. Although I love Sephora, I love my future self more. So, if you're listening right now and thinking, oh my God, this is me, don't panic, I've been there. You're not alone. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to break that cycle. Okay, let's break down the science behind emotional spending, because once you understand why it happens, you can actually stop it. First, it's stress. When you're stressed, your brain releases cortisol. And guess what? Shopping, spending money, or clicking add to cart temporarily lowers cortisol. That's why people call it retail therapy. It's not just a phrase, it's literally chemistry. Second, it's dopamine. The minute you hit checkout, your brain gives you a dopamine rush. The same chemical released when you eat chocolate, win a game, or even fall in love. That's why the package arriving feels so exciting. But here's the catch. That rush is temporary. And just like any high, you need more and more of it to feel satisfied. Third, it's loneliness and comparison. Social media makes this worse. You see someone else's vacation photos, their new bag, their renovated kitchen, and suddenly you think, well, I deserve that too. So you click, you buy, you spend. Not because you need it, but because you want it to feel like you've not fallen behind. And fourth, it's scarcity mindset. This one is big. Many women in their 30s grew up hearing messages like money doesn't grow on trees or you have to work twice as hard. So when you finally have money, you tell yourself, I deserve this. I work hard. I should enjoy it. And that's true. You should enjoy your money. But emotional spending isn't enjoyment. It's escape. Here's a secret strategy I share with my clients, and it works every single time. It's called the cooling off account. Here's how it works. Whether you feel the urge of buying something, whether it's a $40 sweater or a $400 gadget, transfer that exact amount of money into a separate savings account first. Give yourself 72 hours. If after 3 days you still want the item and it fits your budget, you can buy it. But here's the truth. 8 out of 10 times, you won't. What actually happens is you watching that money grow in your savings account and suddenly keeping it feels better than spending it. That's the power of understanding your brain. Once you stop letting chemicals and conditioning control your money, you take back control. Now let's talk about why this hits women over 30 so hard. First, societal pressure. You've been sold the idea that spending is self-care. Spa days, scented candles, new clothes, fancy brunches. Every ad is screaming, you deserve this. But let's be real, that's not self-care. That's consumerism dressed up as empowerment. True self-care is having money in the bank, options for your future, and peace of mind. Second is the career stress. By the time you're in your 30s, you're probably juggling a demanding job or business. You are tired, you are stretched thin, and so you look for a quick relief. That's why Uber Eats feels like a lifesaver after a 10-hour day. And that's why shopping sprees feel like a reward for surviving the week. Third is independence. Being single has huge benefits. You get to make your own choices, live on your own terms, but the flip side is there's no one holding you accountable. Nobody asking, hey, do you really need this purchase? And that freedom can quickly become a trap. And fourth, it's financial gaps. Let's be honest. Many of us didn't grow up with real money conversations at home. We learn how to earn, but not how to manage, invest, or protect our money. And that gap gets filled with trial and error. Mostly error, let's be honest. And when it comes to women, especially single women, they're the fastest growing consumer segment in North America. Do you know what that means? It means companies spend billions targeting us specifically. We are marketed to as though shopping is our therapy, our reward, our rite of passage. And while we're swiping our cards, those companies are quietly building generational wealth off of us. Once you see the system for what it is, you can stop playing into it. Okay, now let's get into the good stuff. The strategies that actually work. Not the basic make a budget, freeze your credit card advice that you probably heard a million times by now. What I'm about to share with you are the best kept secrets, the innovative hacks that my clients swear by. Okay, secret number 1, the 1% wealth tax on yourself. Every time you feel the urge to spend emotionally, instead of swiping your card, transfer 1% of your monthly income into a future me account. Think of it as a wealth tax you're charging yourself for the privilege of having an emotional urge. Over time, that 1% builds real wealth. Secret number 2, financial anchoring. Keep a visual reminder of your big goal, whether it's buying a condo, buying a home, starting a business, or retiring early. Put it on your phone screen or your fridge or even in your wallet. Every time you want to spend, ask, does this purchase get me closer to my goal? You'll be amazed at how often the answer is no. Secret number 3, the third place swap. Retail therapy isn't really about stuff. It's about comfort and connection. So instead of the mall or your laptop, find a third place that fills the same need. A free community yoga class, a library event, a friend's kitchen table. Replace the environment and you replace the habit. Secret number 4, emotional spending journal. This one is powerful. For 30 days, every time you spend money, write down not just what you bought, but what you were feeling or how you were feeling at that time. Was it stress? Was it boredom? Was it loneliness? Was it excitement? Whatever it was, write it down. At the end of the month, patterns will pop out so clearly, you'll wonder how you ever missed them. Secret number 5, digital guardrails. We live online, so we need protection online. Delete stored credit cards from websites. Unfollow influencers who trigger FOMO, the fear of missing out. And if you really want to take it up a notch, install a browser extension that pauses your checkout for 15 minutes. That pause is often all you need to walk away. Secret number 6, and one of my favorites, the CEO check-in. Once a week, block 15 minutes on your calendar. Sit down with your finances as though you were the CEO of your own life. Ask yourself, would a CEO approve this purchase? Would a CEO let money leak out of the business like this? The answer will give you clarity. I have done this CEO check-in every Friday for many years now, and it literally changed my life. Secret number 7, the 5 senses reset. When you feel the urge to shop, pause and engage your senses instead. Make yourself some tea and smell it. Step outside and breathe fresh air. Play your favorite music. Call a friend. Often, your brain just wants a reset. It doesn't actually need a package on your doorstep. These aren't gimmicks. They're practical tools to retrain your brain, rewire your habits, and rebuild your relationship with money. Okay, now let's talk about guardrails, because willpower alone will not save you. First guardrail, automatic wealth building. Set an automatic contribution to your RRSP or 401k or any retirement account or your tax-free savings account. The money leaves your account before you even see it. What you don't see, you won't miss. The second guardrail, a fun money account. Emotional spending often happens because we feel deprived. So instead of cutting everything, give yourself a set amount of guilt-free spending money each month. When it's gone, it's gone. But while it lasts, enjoy it fully. And the third guardrail, accountability partner. Pick a friend, a sibling, even a money coach. Share your spending goals with them. Tell them when you feel tempted. Just knowing someone else is aware can keep you from making impulsive moves. Remember, guardrails aren't punishment. They're protection. Think of them like seatbelts. You don't wear a seatbelt because you expect to crash every time you drive. You wear it because if something unexpected happens, you'll be safe. Guardrails do the same for your money. And finally, let's talk about the deepest layer of emotional spending, self-worth. A lot of emotional spending isn't really about an item. It's about what the item represents. That designer bag isn't just a bag. It's proof that you're successful. That fancy dinner isn't just food. It's proof that you're not missing out. That new outfit isn't just clothing. It's proof that you're desirable, stylish, worthy. But here's the truth. None of that defines your worth. Your worth is not tied to what you buy. Your worth is tied to who you are and how you're building your life. Let me give you a line I want you to remember forever. Luxury isn't the purchase. Luxury is waking up stress-free because your bills are paid, your investments are growing, and your future is secure. I once worked with a client who told me she used to spend more than $800 a month on clothes and dining out alone. She said it made her feel like she was keeping up with her peers. But after working together, she shifted. She started investing that money. Within 2 years, she had a 5-figure portfolio, and she told me, "Doina, you know what's sexy? Watching my net worth grow. That feels better than any shopping spree ever did." That's the power of reframing. Success is not about what you buy. It's about the freedom that you create for yourself. Now, you just spent some time watching this video and you learned some strategies that could save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. But knowledge alone doesn't change your financial reality. Action does. That's why I created the Financial Roadmap session. It's a personalized one-on-one session where I help you identify your leaks, map out your next 12 months, and set you up with a clear plan that works for your lifestyle. Here's the truth. If you don't do this now, you'll stay in the same cycle. Emotional spending, guilt, starting over. But if you take action now, 1 year from today, you could be debt-free, investing confidently, and finally building the wealth that you deserve. So, here's my invitation. Book your Financial Roadmap session today. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. What's your biggest emotional spending trigger? Share your story. And if this video helped you, please share it with another woman in your life who needs to hear this message. Because together, we're not just breaking spending habits, we are building financial freedom. And that's a legacy worth fighting for. See you in the next video.